Imagine two young men, both starting their careers on the same day. Both are intelligent and driven. Both share a common dream, a stable, secure future for themselves and their families. One of them chooses a safe path, accepting a well-paying job at a reputable company with a clear career ladder and a fixed salary. The other takes a risk, starting a small, uncertain business with no guaranteed income. Fast forward 10 years, and their lives have diverged in ways neither could have predicted. Their financial situations, their daily routines, and even their definitions of success are completely different. This brings us to a fascinating cultural observation. In this video, we will delve into why Jewish culture often discourages the idea of remaining an employee for an entire lifetime. We will explore the fundamental mindset that separates simply working for a paycheck from the act of building lasting value. In Jewish culture, taking a job and working as an employee is by no means considered a failure or something to be ashamed of. However, it is very rarely viewed as the ultimate goal or the final destination of one's professional journey. Instead, employment is often perceived as a temporary, albeit crucial phase. This period is seen as a valuable training ground, a foundational stage for learning and personal growth. It's an opportunity to acquire essential skills, cultivate discipline, and gain real-world experience under the structure of an established organization. The goal is to absorb as much knowledge as possible, from technical expertise to understanding how a business operates from the inside. But the idea of remaining perpetually dependent on a single employer is often viewed as inherently risky. Why is this the case? The core reason lies in the principle of control. When your entire livelihood, your income, and your financial security hinge on the decisions of one person, or a small group of executives, a boss, or a manager, a board of directors, you are not truly in command of your own future. You're a passenger in a vehicle you don't steer. Let's consider the story of David, who represents the path of stability. David chooses the secure job. He is a model employee. He works diligently, consistently exceeds expectations, earns promotions, and is skilled at following instructions to the letter. His dedication is rewarded with a steady, predictable income. Every month, his salary arrives in his bank account, providing comfort and a sense of security. However, this stability comes with hidden costs. David's earning potential is inherently capped by the company's salary structure. No matter how brilliant his ideas are, they must pass through multiple layers of approval and are often diluted or rejected. His professional future is ultimately determined by corporate strategies, market shifts, and leadership changes, factors entirely outside of his control. When the company inevitably decides to restructure to cut costs or pivot its strategy, David's position is eliminated. In that single moment, he doesn't just lose a job. He loses the certainty and security he had worked so hard to maintain. This isn't a tale of laziness or a lack of ambition. It is a stark illustration of the vulnerability that comes with limited control. Now, let's turn our attention to Aaron. Aaron embodies the owner mindset. He also works incredibly hard, but his approach is fundamentally different. He doesn't seek a secure position within an existing structure. He sets out to build his own. He begins on a small scale, embracing the uncertainty. He starts by selling services he can offer, testing out different business ideas to see what the market responds to, learns to navigate the challenging landscape of entrepreneurship, understanding that failure is not an endpoint but a data point. His income is highly unstable in the beginning, with good months followed by lean ones. But with every mistake, every rejected proposal, and every failed venture, he learns an invaluable and transferable lesson. Over time, a powerful compounding effect takes hold. The skills he acquires in sales, marketing, negotiation, and financial management stack on top of each other, making him more capable. His professional network expands not just with contacts but with meaningful relationships built on mutual value. Most importantly, the value he can create in the marketplace increases exponentially. Even if one of his businesses fails, the mindset he has cultivated, one of resilience, problem-solving, and self-reliance, remains his greatest asset. He can always start again, armed with more knowledge and experience than before. This brings us to a crucial comparison between the employee mindset and the owner mindset. The employee is primarily paid for their time. They trade hours for dollars. In contrast, the owner is paid for the value they create. Their income is a direct result of the problems they solve. The employee is trained to follow instructions and execute tasks efficiently within a given system. The owner, on the other hand, must identify problems and create the systems to solve them. The employee often seeks security, prizing stability and predictability above all else. The owner must build resilience, learning to thrive in an environment of uncertainty and constant change. An employee typically relies on a single source of income, which makes them vulnerable. An owner actively cultivates multiple possibilities and revenue streams, diversifying their risk. The employee waits for permission to act, requiring approval from a superior. The owner creates their own opportunities, taking initiative without needing a green light. Within many Jewish families, this distinction is taught from a young age. The lesson is often framed with a simple, powerful question. Don't ask how much you earn, ask how much value you create. This principle is not a modern invention. It echoes through centuries of cultural and religious teachings, such as those found in the Talmud, where personal responsibility, self-reliance, and industriousness are held up as core virtues. It's important to understand that this emphasis on entrepreneurship is about much more than just accumulating wealth. It is deeply connected to a sense of dignity, independence, and purpose. Creating a business, no matter how small, is seen as an active contribution to the community. It's about building something that provides value to others, whether it's a product that makes life easier, it's a service that meets a critical need, or a company that creates jobs for other people. This act of creation fosters a profound sense of independence and responsibility. You are not just a cog in a machine. You are the architect of your own destiny and a contributor to the well-being of society. This is why in many Jewish households, the questions posed to children are often oriented toward this mindset. Instead of asking, "What job do you want to get when you grow up?" parents might ask, "What problem in the world do you want to solve?" Or "Who can you help with your talents?" Or "What can you build that will make a difference?" The focus is shifted from consumption to creation, from receiving a salary to generating value. Now it is crucial to offer an important clarification. This philosophy is not anti-job or a condemnation of anyone who chooses to be an employee. In fact, many of the world's most successful entrepreneurs began their careers working for someone else. That initial phase as an employee was instrumental to their later success. The fundamental difference lies not in the role itself, but in the mindset one brings to it. A person with an owner mindset who is temporarily an employee sees their job as a strategic training ground. They focus on learning skills, understanding systems, and building a network with the clear intention of eventually applying that knowledge independently. They are not just passing time, they're actively preparing for their next chapter. The ultimate goal is not to reject work, but to strategically move away from a state of lifelong dependency and toward one of sovereign control. In conclusion, working for someone else is a perfectly valid way to pay the bills and build a life. It can provide a steady income and a clear path. However, building something of your own, something that you control, is what builds true freedom. The choice isn't simply between being an employee and being an owner. The real question you must ask yourself is far more profound. Do you want to have control over your own future? Or do you want to spend your life seeking permission to survive? Do you want to build value, or simply be paid for your time? If this perspective has challenged your thinking, our next video will go even deeper, exploring the specific mechanisms and mindsets that are passed down across generations to build and preserve wealth.